The Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department took advantage of the closure of Murfreesboro Municipal Airport for renovation to conduct a simulated plane crash. The drill was for training firefighters in response to a crash at the airport. Airplane crash emergencies are different than most of the emergency calls the department responds to. Commander Tim Swann explains.
So on a house fire, you're generally burning some kind of Class A wood. You have to heat the wood up to get the vapors to come off. Where gasoline has a lower temperature where it's producing vapors pretty much all the time. So it's very flammable. So any spark is going to, of course, catch the airplane on fire if it's got any kind of leak. It's got a lot of electronics in the airplane, so more than likely if you have a plane crash, it's going to be leaking fuel, and hopefully it hadn't caught on fire by a spark yet. So generally we try to take the batteries out and get them away from the aircraft as soon as possible after we arrive on scene, to cut off any electricity to them. So the foam actually covers the fuel to keep the vapors from coming off of it anymore. So we're trying to smother the vapors to keep the fuel from burning.
The scenario was one plane taking off, one plane landing. They collide. A victim in each plane, one victim on the runway, and debris scattered over the runway.
I feel they did well. They had to worry about a foam blanket. They also had to worry about water that they had to shuttle off the other engine company. And then they also had rescue involved, that we had to get out our backboards and our Stokes baskets and rescue the victims.
Every fire station is equipped with foam needed for an aircraft emergency. As busy as the Murfreesboro Airport is, a plane could potentially crash anywhere in the city. That's why the training is so important.
Yeah, so the two engine companies that we use today, they have foam tanks that are established already on the engine companies. So they have approximately 25 to 30 gallons of foam in that foam tank. So as it's drawn down through the pump actually mixes it with the water, goes out the hoses, and at the end of the hose line, if you'll notice, there's a aerator. It's pretty much a screen, and as that water and foam goes out that aerator, it produces that fluff. Of course, we're trying to knock the fire down originally, and we're trying to make it safer for whoever was in the plane. Hopefully, we're trying to get the fire and stop the fire from impeding on them. But also we're worried about our safety, so as we go up, we need to be aware that we've got to knock the vapors down and the fire down to keep us safe so we can be effective in doing the rescue.
Since it was raining on the day the training took place, Swann talks about how that factored into the scenario.
Generally, rain and wrecks go together, so it would be possible that this could happen because the overcast of the skies could limit your visibility for planes coming in and taking off, so it could hinder the operation of the airport.
Swann also talks about the post-drill review to evaluate the department's performance.
We'll sit down, like I said, we'll take Channel 3's film, we'll go over it, get all the crews back together, talk about it. I'm sure they've got things that they think that they did right, and they've probably got things that they think we need to improve on. And that's why we do this, because we need to find out what our weaknesses are to sit there and improve on it if we have them.